Hey there, dreamers, changemakers, and legacy builders. Welcome back to another episode of Purpose Unlocked. I'm your host, Kristi Smith, and I'm so excited to dive into today's conversation with you. This week, we're going to talk about something that every single one of us faces: momentum. We've all had those days where we feel like we're on fire, right? We're in the zone, ideas are flowing, and progress feels inevitable. But then, bam, we hit a wall. That's when the struggle for momentum begins. So today, I'm going to share with you 3 powerful ways you can gain momentum in your business or creative venture, and more importantly, how to keep it. Because let's face it, sustaining momentum is where the magic happens. Let's dive in. All right, dreamers. The first way to gain and keep momentum is actually something that might surprise you. It's all about starting small. Let me tell you a story. A few years ago, I was starting a big project. You know, the kind that's going to change everything. I had the vision, the dream, the excitement, but I felt completely overwhelmed. It was one of those moments when I could see the big picture, I could feel the impact I was meant to create. But the weight of getting started was paralyzing. Have you been there before? Here's the thing. I learned that if I waited until I felt ready, I would have never taken that first step. So I made the decision to focus on one tiny task, something I could handle. For me, it was drafting an outline. Just an outline. It wasn't glamorous or earth-shattering, but it was progress. And that one small, simple step gave me the confidence I needed to take the next one, and the next one, and soon I was creating the momentum that would carry me forward. That's the secret. Start small and let those little wins stack up. This is a lesson I've carried with me, and it's something I want you to really think about. When you're feeling overwhelmed by the big picture, remember that nothing happens until you start. Now, the second way to build momentum and keep it going is something that's so simple but often overlooked. Create a daily habit. I can't stress this enough, guys. Momentum doesn't happen with one grand gesture. It's built by showing up every single day, even if it's just for 5 minutes. Here is a personal example. When I started recording these podcasts, there were days I felt like I had a million things on my plate. But I knew that if I waited for the perfect moment to sit down and record, it would never happen. So I made a commitment. I set aside time every day when I would sit down for 20 minutes, no distractions, and just record. As you guys know, these episodes are still rough around the edges. But that consistency has helped me improve. It helped me move past the fear of not being perfect and focus on getting better through action. That's how you build momentum, not through perfection, but through persistence. Create the habit, trust the process, and show up every day, even when it feels hard, even when it feels like you're not moving as fast as you want. And the third way to gain momentum: celebrate your small wins. Yes, you heard that right. Celebrate every step, no matter how tiny. Let me tell you about a client of mine, Maria. She's been dreaming of launching her own boutique for years, but she'd always get stuck at the planning stage. It wasn't until we focused on small, incremental progress that things started to shift for her. One day, Maria made the decision to celebrate the fact that she had finally sourced her first project. Was it a full store launch? No. But did it move her closer to her dream? Absolutely. And she celebrated it, and I celebrated it with her. Here's the beauty of it. When you celebrate those small wins, your brain gets a little hit of dopamine, and that fuels your next step. It creates momentum. So I challenge you, when you make progress, no matter how small, pause and acknowledge it. Whether it's a win in your business, a new connection you've made, or a step you took that's moving you closer to your big vision, celebrate it. All right, so let's quickly recap the 3 ways to gain momentum and keep it. So number 1 was start small. Don't wait for the perfect moment and just take that first step. Number 2 was create a daily habit. Show up every day, even if it's just for a few minutes. Number 3 is celebrate your small wins. Acknowledge every step forward because it's all progress. Momentum is all about action, persistence, and mindset. If you can keep those 3 principles in your corner, you'll be unstoppable. And before we wrap up, I want to leave you with this. Building momentum isn't a race. It's a journey. Every step you take, every little bit of progress you make, is creating the momentum that will carry you through to your dreams. And if you're ever in doubt, remember, it's not about getting it perfect, it's about getting it done. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Purpose Unlocked. I hope these tips help you ignite that momentum you need to keep building your legacy. If you found value in today's conversation, please subscribe, rate, and leave a review. And as always, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop me a message on social or email me directly. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep doing, and keep building that legacy. I'll see you next week.